What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Joe with Meteoric Serpents coming back at you. We are here in 2024. Guys, I'm very sorry I have not dropped, a long form video in a while, but I wanted to bring it back to the channel. If you guys have been checking us out, we've been doing the Colubrid Corruption podcast. I've been really enjoying that. Definitely a new found passion of mine, podcasting, bringing these people on who are passionate about the animals. But I definitely want to bring more content where I'm showing off my collection, kind of showing what I'm doing behind the scenes, what I'm keeping, and all that stuff. So today's video is going to be a collection tour of 2024 or early 2024, and we'll see how this changes throughout the year. Obviously, we'll give updates throughout time, but I just wanted to show off what the collection looks like today, what we're working with this year, and what we're breeding. But before we get into it today, make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Hit that notification bell. Set it to all so you know every single time we post and go live and do all of that. There's a lot of different content being dropped on this channel. I'm doing live streams, I'm doing videos, I'm doing shorts. So all of that, make sure you don't miss a single bit of it. And also hit the like button on this video, guys. Show some support. I'm definitely putting the work in for these videos, and I want to make it enjoyable for you guys. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. And follow our social media. That's all in the description of this video, so you can check that out below. And yeah, guys, let's get into it. Before we begin, I will say that we are showing off the Colubrids first. Ball python people, I'm making you wait. You're gonna wait. But we're gonna show off the Colubrids first, and show what's going on there, and then we'll get into some of the ball python. Guys, I can't do a collection tour without showing the OG of the collection. This is Crash, my original Texas rat snake. She is now 13 years old, and in only a few weeks makes her 13-year anniversary of me owning her. So that's just awesome, seeing the animals you raised up, the OGs in the collection. She's a favorite. I mean, how can you not love your first pet, your first reptile that really got you into the hobby? I mean, she's just fantastic. She's a het scaleless Texas rat snake. She's given me a couple clutches before, produced some nice babies. But yeah, guys, here's Crash. Guys, next up, I'm kind of going to show the Texas rats in breeding pair order, at least the adults. This one is my big scaleless boy. He was the first visual scaleless animal I had in the collection. Lots of nice deep orange color, and the blacks are pretty pitch black. Just a really fantastic snake. Plus, he's about 5.5 feet long, probably approaching 6. He's as tall as me, and I'm not a tall guy. I'm 5'7". So he's a big snake in my hands. He's skinny, on the skinnier side, but he's a really cool snake. Been with me for a long time, since 2017. So yeah, he's a great animal, and we are pairing him to this next girl. This girl might have to earn a name. I don't know, because these colors are just radioactive. I hope the camera is picking up the colors the right way, because geez, look at how bright these kind of yellows and greens are. She's only getting better, seemingly. I got her a few months back, but she just had a fresh shed, and man, these colors are really beautiful. Something really cool, and I don't think it's a color palette that's really tapped into on the Texas rat snakes. So hopefully we can get some nice offspring. And she is actually a triple het scaleless leucistic anery. So lots of cool stuff we're working with here, and not a lot of red pigmentation for a Texas rat. These greens and yellows are really interesting, so we're gonna see what we can do with her, but she's awesome. So this one is, I'm not sure if it's a sister or a close relative to the one I just showed. This one is another female triple het scaleless leucistic anery Texas rat. Definitely a different color palette with this one, and she's pretty too. Some interesting colors, a little bit of pinks coming through on the saddles. I'm not sure if that's getting picked up. And then you also see the yellows and greens a little bit, and some white scales even coming through on the dorsal. So I would say not as bright. The colors are a little more dull on her, but definitely interesting, and I want to see what she produces. And she's actually getting paired to the stunner boy from last year, the stud, the big, powerful boy from Kevin Sheehan. Have to thank him for that. He's staying here another year, and then hopefully I hit some scaleless aneries of my own, and I'll send it back to Kevin. And this is an interesting topic of conversation because there's been a lot of talk about what genes are compatible across the different Pantherophis species. So just an interesting topic, but I will show that boy next. But yeah, again, female, triple het scaleless leucistic anery, just another very cool animal. Now this boy has definitely put on quite a bit more size in the last year. Again, this is a scaleless anery, het for leucistic, the dad of the clutch from this past year. Just an amazing animal. I mean, look at the patterns on there, and with the light shining through, you can almost see through him a little bit. I see the red from his stomach, but yeah, just take a look at that pattern too, how broken up it is. This is definitely a one-of-a-kind animal. I don't think any other scaleless aneries have really looked like this, with this, you know, white, gray, yellowish, creamy color, plus the blacks. The blacks are a rich black color. Just another animal that I'm super excited to be breeding, and hopefully I hit some scaleless aneries of my own this year, so this boy can go back to Kevin. Thanks, Kevin. Guys, what do you think happens when you take an all-white animal that's scaleless? Well, she gets dirty pretty often. This is my scaleless leucistic female. She is a little dirty right now. She's not as bright white as she will look when she's fresh out of shed, but man, this is an amazing girl. She was the mom of the clutch this past year. Just another amazing animal. I mean, look at her. And she's nice and thick. Just what a big snake. She hatched back in 2018, and her first clutch was this past year. So she's going on 6 years old now. So just another fantastic animal in the collection, scaleless leucistic. And then we're gonna show you the boy that I'm trying to put to her. I don't know if he's a little too small, but breeding plans may have to change, but really excited for her. Hopefully she goes again, gives us a nice big clutch and maybe a double clutch too. We'll see. So here is an underrated and untapped Texas rat gene. This is the cadmium gene. And if he'll cooperate, you can kind of see them. So it's kind of a hypomelanistic gene. I've explained this on my Talking Texas Rats video. Go check that out. I kind of broke down the genetics a little bit. He's a boy. He hatched in, I believe it was 2021. So he's about, he'll be 3 later this year. But look at the colors coming through, just not something you see every day. And you can see kind of the hypomelanism, kind of that steel blue head is awesome. And then he's just bright bodied. He should be mature when it comes to breeding. I mean, the male I bred last year, the one I just showed, he bred at, you know, his age. I believe they hatched the same year in 2021. He's just a little bit smaller. He's a bit of a slower grower. So we're gonna see. We're just gonna keep raising him up. I'm gonna keep pairing him, see if he does anything, but maybe it's just not his time yet. And I do have a female too. I won't show her because she's a pretty much carbon copy. Looks pretty close, although I say, you know, Texas rats are always pretty variable, but yeah, guys, this is the cadmium gene. I almost forgot to mention that with this guy, what I'm trying to do is produce triple het scaleless leucistic cadmium. As far as I know, no one has made any scaleless cadmiums yet. It would be an added bonus to have the leucistic in there. Although, I don't know, I don't really want to hit leucistic, but I really want to go for that scaleless cadmium because just no one has it, and I think the scaleless is going to bring out a really cool color palette here. So that's kind of my goal with this. I'm not sure if people have double hets yet, but I might be the first one, or I might be pretty close, but maybe close to a world's first, who knows, but we're gonna shoot for it. Now these two are fan favorites for my reels. These are my holdback 1.1 scaleless double het leucistic anery Texas rat snakes. These were babies from the clutch I hit this year. Look how much they've grown already. Oh, and she's pissed. Look at that little face. She's mad, but they both came out quite different looking. I hope the camera's picking up the colors the right way. This boy has a lot of orange with a bit of the black pattern, and this girl came out with some really, really cool side pattern. A lot of black and white kinda. That's probably the het influence. See, she's mad. But yeah, just really cool animals, and I'm excited to kind of raise them up and see what we can do with production in the next couple of years. Damn, you are pissed today. What's your problem? Alright, right, guys, let's check out some more. Guys, just some really cool animals I hit this year. I hit 3 of them. They all look obviously the same because of this. 3 scaleless leucistic 100% het aneries, all females. I have all of them for sale and they have not gone yet. As far as I'm aware, these are genetic world's first, so as far as I know, no one else has produced scaleless leucistics that are 100% het for anery. So just a really cool achievement in my book. Kevin Sheehan, as I mentioned before, he got a few of these offspring, so he has some working in his projects as well. But just look at the pure white color. I mean, can't get better than that. As I showed you before, that adult female was a little bit dirty. Stays a little bit cleaner at this young age, and they definitely get a bit more white. You can kind of see a lot of the pinkish color coming through, but yeah, that's what we're looking at right now. So I have a few of them. Last but not least, little story time for this guy. This is just a normal Texas rat snake female. Found it, a vendor was selling it at the Orlando show, but guys, I hope this is getting picked up. Look at how much red is coming through on this. And the guy showed me a picture of this animal's mom, and I could not believe it. Could not believe how red the animal was. I mean, this is just insane looking. You can kind of see a lot of the pinks coming through. There's some yellow towards the belly. Just a really cool animal that I'm excited to raise up and kind of plug into my projects and see how much we can advance the red color. I've shown this on my social media a few times, but first time it's making a video, obviously. So I hope this is transferring over well to a camera. She's a little feisty bugger. But she is awesome. So I'm super excited to have her in the collection, raise her up, see how she turns out. You guys are gonna, stick along for the progress of how she turns out, and hopefully in a couple years you'll see a bright red Texas rat snake. So yeah, and that's it for Texas rat, guys. Time to move on to the next species. Guys, obviously, as I've said, the Texas rats really are my pride and joy, my real passion in the hobby. It was the first species I ever bought into, so how could I not continue hard on that? But something I've gotten into over the last few years, and they're really dream animals of mine, are these Asian rat snakes, or the bamboo rat snakes, the Porphyraceae complex. So this one is Oreocryptophis porphyraceae coxi, or the Thai bamboo rat snake. Goes by a lot of different names. I like just referring it as coxi. Makes it a little bit easier, but I refer to the whole group as the porphs. I have 2 of these subspecies. They're all different subspecies that are from different locales in Asia. If you want to learn about it, hopefully I have a podcast guest soon that, dives deep into the porphs. I'm going to try to work on that. But yeah, these are the coxi. This is my original female that I bought. This came from Low Belly Reptiles. Really cool. Carol Huddleston. But yeah, just gotta love the Asian species. I mean, look how beautiful. And this is how they look in the wild. This bright orange color with the black racing stripes. She might be going into shed. I don't know if she's as bright as usual, but I'm going to show you a baby, show you how bright they really are when they're hatchling. And here is a 2023 hatchling coxi. This one's a male. Came from Matt Most. Really excited to have this guy in the collection. Just what a cool animal. Look at it. Look how bright the orange is on this. When they get a little bit older, they get a more rusty color. In my opinion, the porphs aren't the best aging species, but I think the coxi age the best. They really tend to keep the most orange color as opposed to a more rusty brown, and they keep their black racing stripes. Like really stark, has very good contrast. So this is definitely one of my favorite species to keep. Just a really awesome snake, super hardy. They make great pets. I can't wait to breed these guys, and I think they need more love in the hobby because they do well at room temperatures. They eat very readily. You just have to make sure your humidity's up, your temperatures are right. They like cooler temperatures, but ambient room temperatures they'll do great in. So yeah, just a real awesome species that I enjoy keeping. OP coxi. I just thought I recorded a whole segment about this next one, and then I forgot to hit the record button. So guys, pro tip, don't forget to hit record. This is another one of the poor subspecies. This is OP Valentine. This happens to be a Guangxi province locale. Sorry if I mispronounced that. I do apologize. So this is the Chinese locale. These guys are from China. Very interesting, a little bit different. And I got a 1.1 from Matt Most, who told me these are actually some of the more rare Porphyricia in the hobby, which is really awesome to be a part of that. And I have a 1.1, so hopefully I'm able to breed them myself eventually. But yeah, this male has stayed a bit on the smaller side. He's eating every single week, but the female is definitely gaining size a little more rapidly than him. Maybe got to bump up his feeding, but just really cool. Still has this orange color. He's a little more yellowish. She is a little darker orange. They have the bands around the back, and then they also have that kind of dorsal stripe going down like the cock's eye. So it's kind of interesting there. Hope you guys can see that well. But yeah, really happy to be working with this species, OP Valentine. All right, guys, here's the time where everyone's probably tuning in. If you skipped over all the colubrids just to get to the ball pythons, you're not a real friend, you're not a real fan. Go back and watch. I'm just kidding, guys. If you're here for ball pythons, I got plenty of ball pythons for you. This first girl I'm showing, she's big. She's a big mama. She was the mom of my first clutch, my first ever ball python clutch this past year. She is a pastel GHI trick, and I just absolutely love her. Yes, she is a codom only animal. She was the second second ball python I ever bought. But honestly, with the examples of trick she seems to throw, or trick or hurricane or whatever you want to call it nowadays, it's technically trick. But she throws some really nice examples, and let's show those babies, or let's show the dad first, and we'll get right into that. But yeah, pastel GHI trick. She's going into shed too, so sorry about that. She's not looking as pretty, but yeah. Here is dad. He was great. Fire pinstripe desert ghost. What was it, the third snake I ever picked up? Third ball python. He's a really nice example. I think this combo is pretty underrated. Just a really pretty snake, honestly. You know, not the most powerful thing, but I enjoy keeping him, and you know, he gave me some really nice babies, all het DG. Let's show that clutch now. This is basically an update to the update video of this clutch I showed. So this guy is the holdback boy I have to keep. This is a fire GHI trick, and he's just awesome. He came out amazing. Look at how dark with the bright saddles, not the bright saddles, the bright, you know, dorsal stripe there, plus the trick pattern coming through. Just an amazing animal. Really excited to have him in the collection. Also had Desert Ghost, obviously, from the dad. So yeah, just really awesome. Next girl up, she just had a fresh shed. This is what I believe to be a fire pinstripe GHI possible trick het desert ghost female. She is available on my morph market. You know, someone scoop her up if you want her. Some nice het DG female. Could get some nice genes in the project. I think she's gonna do some cool stuff in someone else's collection. So yeah, just another awesome animal here. We also got a pretty little lemon blast trick het desert ghost boy. Just a nice animal, and trick really does a lot to both the color and the pattern. I think this is one of the nicer lemon blasts I've seen, honestly, and the trick does a whole lot of distortion here. Does a lot. Again, het desert ghost, he is available as well on my morph market. Go check them out. These two stumped me out of the egg. I thought they were the same thing, but it became increasingly apparent that this one on the left here is a Dragonfly GHI. Dragonfly is pastel fire pinstripe, so Dragonfly GHI het desert ghost male. And this guy, I think, is the same thing, but with trick. The pattern's just a bit funkier, has a lot more going on here, so I think we hit the all gener on this guy. Also had Desert Ghost. This guy is going to my buddy Wiz Constrictor soon. You know, he actually started off eating really badly. I thought I was going to lose him, but he's been smashing ASF, so he is doing great on the road to recovery and to good size. We're kind of just waiting for the weather to break at this point. He's definitely large enough to ship and safe enough. You know, he's been eating every meal for the last quite some time. But yeah, just a cool animal here. I think the real creme de la creme of the clutch here was this Dragonfly Trick Het Desert Ghost. So she just came out super bright. It is a female. She has a lot of watchers on Morph Market. If you are one of those watchers, go scoop her up. I just lowered the price again. She has a nice paradox spot near her tail on this side. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, if you could see that, nice little paradox spot there, but really interesting pattern, super bright too. So this is just awesome. Really cool snake to hit in this clutch. These guys are definitely cool that I've been raising up. I'm going to try to do 2 at once because there's a lot of ball pythons. So this one is just a standard spot nose clown. It might have blade in it. Came from my homie Emilio at Villarino Reptiles. There was probably a blade in the pairing. Definitely bright, definitely a really nice spot nose clown. So yeah, that's what we're working with there. And then this guy I picked up at Daytona 2022. He was labeled as a fire yellow belly clown. However, as he aged, as color developed, I'm pretty convinced he has red stripe. I got him from CD Constrictors, who also informed me that there might be red stripe. He doesn't really know. He's not good at IDing it, which is totally fair. And I appreciate when breeders are honest like that. But from what I've seen, I'm fairly convinced he has red stripe, and he is breeding this year. So we'll see if it proves out. And guys, I know he does look a little bit small, but he's definitely at the right age. He's still eating, and he's been locking. So he's a great male. It's a 2022 hatchling. He's just a super slow grower. Let's keep it moving. As you guys may or may not know, we're going hard in the hypo puzzle project. Here is a female hypo head puzzle, just a really awesome animal from Dale at Constricted Reptiles. And then this is an OD double head hypo puzzle, another awesome animal from Dale. Yeah, I wanted to show both at the same time, but just great assets to the project, and we're just going to keep raising these girls up and see what they do in the future. 2 animals that I'm really excited to be working with. Here we have a male blackhead Enchi double head DG clown. Really great. He's growing well. Trying to pair him, but he doesn't seem to be doing much. Kind of unfortunate right now. I think we're gonna have to kind of put off his pairings. He had 1 pairing going. It was a joint pairing with my buddy Brock from Morphinary Arts, but I don't think it's gonna line up, unfortunately, as cool as that would have been. And then here is a red stripe double head DG clown. Did I say DG clown before? He's double head DG clown. And then yes, red stripe double head DG clown from Canova. Honestly, one of the best examples of single gene red stripe I've seen. So I'm super excited to have her in the project, and she's doing great for us. Another great one in that project is this DG head clown girl from Vision Quest Reptiles. Just an awesome, fantastic example of Desert Ghost. It doesn't get better than this. Bellline DG all the way. If you think otherwise, I think you're wrong, but we're all allowed to have our opinions. Bellline DG is just amazing. Look at the contrast here, how bright she is. I mean, can't go wrong with the Desert Ghost, honestly. It's the gene that got me into ball pythons, honestly, when I started watching Kabelka's channel. Desert Ghost was that mind-blowing thing, but I think I'm starting to like hypo more. Don't hate me for it. Hypo puzzle all the way. Hypo over DG, except DG clown. That's the best one. So yeah, guys, check this out. DG head clown. Hopefully ready by next year. We'll see. Ones I will mention, I'm not even going to bring them out because they're just big animals. They're not anything impressive to look at. I did buy a 1.2 trio from Alien Reptile, Kevin Costa. It was a Mojave double head hypo puzzle male, and then 2 ready to breed het puzzle, 66% het hypo females. We're gonna see if they prove out. I've been trying to get a good shed for them to, to shed test the hypo, because I could whiff those odds and they could still be het hypo. So, and I just won't know. And every time they shed, they give me an ugly shed, a bad shed. It's wet, disgusting. They poop in it. So I need to wait for a good shed, and I'm going to send those sheds off. But yeah, really working that hypo puzzle project. That's been one of the projects I've become increasingly excited about. One of my favorite ones in the game, and definitely, something that's going to be a big part of my future. And then, yeah, we're going to segue into the next one, which I think is an excited direction for that project. This big bright girl is my Pastel Vanilla DG Hypo, who I am preparing to that Mojave double head hypo puzzle boy I was just talking about, because I really want to make some hypo het DG pos het puzzles, which will shed test and hopefully figure out which ones are staying here, because hypo DG puzzle, awesome direction for that project. So I'm super excited. Some people don't like giving their breeding plans away. I don't think I'm a big name in this game. Yes, I have a YouTube channel, whatever. I don't mind telling you guys publicly what I'm doing. I'm gonna put it out there anyway on social media, on Instagram. People are gonna see it, so that's what I'm working towards. Hopefully I hit some good odds. Hopefully she goes this year, because she is, you know, getting up there for size, and they had a lock this past weekend, so I'm super excited about that. Probably should have shown this girl off before, but another one I'm excited to have, hopefully breeding this year, is this pastel chocolate double het DG Hypo, who's going to be going to the Fire Pin DG boy I showed earlier, way earlier. Hopefully get some visual DGs, pos het hypos, and that'll just be cool. I think that'll be a cool clutch with some cool stuff, visual DG stuff. So yeah, guys. Well, with that, guys, that pretty much wraps it all up. There are some other animals I didn't show, ones I have for sale, that are probably not going to be a part of the collection for too much longer. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Comment down below what was your favorite animal to see, favorite species and whatnot. I got my boy around me again. He's definitely trying to wrap me up. Yeah, so let me down below what you guys thought about this. What was your favorite thing to see? What do you think I should add to the collection? He's getting tight around my neck. What do you guys think I should add to the collection? Maybe there are some ads coming soon. Who knows? And as you know, we're coming back with the YouTube video, so we're gonna record it. We're gonna vlog it, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, guys, hope you all enjoyed this one. As I always said, leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know every single time we post a piece of content. Follow our social media, that's down in the description below. Something I forgot to mention, I also have t-shirts available. You know, Meteoric Serpents t-shirts. I'm not wearing one right now, but if you're interested in one of those, hit me up and let me know. And guys, while you're on this channel, make sure you go check out the Colubrid Corruption podcast every Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bring a guest on every week. We talk about some cool colubrids. And yeah, that's really it, guys. Hope you have a fantastic week or weekend whenever you're watching this. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.